It's the Coach's Corner Show, a production of WJER and Big Z Sports, in partnership with Williams Floorcovering, Sugar Valley Meats, Wood Electric, and Smartway Communications. And now, here is your host, Denny Trimmer, with Coach Mike Johnson.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to WJER's Coach's Corner. We're a production of Big Z Sports. I'm Denny Trimmer, happy to be joined in the Coach's Corner by New Philadelphia's fourth-year head coach, Mike Johnson. Coach, tough to come in after a loss, but boy, you come in kind of with your head held a little higher with those, as well as your guys played against Steubenville.
Well, there were a lot of good things. When we go back and look at it, you know, when you left the field, there's a terrible taste in your mouth, and there's a lot of feelings there that aren't necessarily positive, even though you know you did some good things. So you always go back, you take a look at it, you know, you kind of circle the wagons the next morning as you watch the film, or that night as you watch the film, and there's always takeaways, and sometimes even with losses, there's some things you can look at and be like, all right, that wasn't so bad. And one of the things that I'm proud of our kids for is the way that we played such a physical game. We competed every play, and those are things that we ask of our kids. So can we build off that going into the next week? I think we can.
Coach, a tough come from behind, I guess, win for Steubenville. On your end, as we swat this B away, on your end, though, really different than the way you played at Louisville, where it was 100% pound and ground, everything on the ground. You really opened up the air attack on Friday night against Big Red.
Well, they manned us up in a couple situations, and Keaton did a terrific job of getting that ball out. The first touchdown pass he had was a third down here in the end zone, and he was rolling out. He saw man coverage. He knew who he had running what routes, and he was able to put the ball out there, and Pete made a great catch. And I think that's just a testament to where Keaton has been as he continues to grow as a quarterback. He allows you to do more of that, and we're hoping we can continue to do more of that as we move forward.
WJER's Coach's Corner continues with Coach Johnson. I'm Denny Trimmer, and this week we set up the Wooster Generals. We open OCC play. The Generals come in at 1-1, and this is a big, strong Wooster team.
They are big for sure. Looking at Wooster up front, they have a big offensive line, a big defensive line. They lean on you. They come off the ball pretty well. They have a running back who I'm really impressed with. He does a great job at finding little seams and runs extremely hard. They got a quarterback who throws it well. So a couple of kids who are just fast. So, you know, we know coming in, we got to keep that physicality. The things that we did well last week, we need to do even better and just keep growing as a team.
So maybe let's break out the chalkboard here. 2 or 3 things you're going to have to do really well on Friday night to come out on top.
I think it always comes down to the line of scrimmage. I mean, it's always the line of scrimmage. How can we handle it? And then, are we taking what we can get in the pass game? I think we got to be better at that. That's one of those things that we need to keep growing at. So I know we as coaches need to call it more and give them more opportunities. And when we have those opportunities, we need to make the most of it, which they did on Friday. So we need more of that. And then defensively, it's continue to rally to the football. It's continue to get there with a bad attitude, and be physical when you get there. Get 11 to the ball, and that wears on an offense as the night goes on.
And let's put a star on that comment, because your team, the one thing they have done with consistency over 2 weeks is rally to the football and come with bad intentions.
I think they really have, and I know that's a focal point from the first day we do anything on defense. It's that team defense, and it's that first day, and Coach Watson's out there yelling at them, and everybody on defense is yelling to get to that football. So we take a lot of pride in it, and I've been proud our kids have been doing that, and we're going to continue.
Great. Mike, we wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Denny.
Folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Bill Morgan will join. Ryan McClellan will join. We'll get you set for the opening kickoff. It's the Generals taking on your New Philadelphia Quakers next. This, though, has been the Coach's Corner, and I'm Denny Trimmer.
This has been the Coach's Corner Show, a production of WJER and Big Z Sports, in partnership with Williams Floorcovering, Sugar Valley Meats, Wood Electric, and Smartway Communications. Big Z Sports and WJER, the combined sports voices of the Valley.